warrior with the hands. That's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark, and I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blaze it in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I feed. Not been walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements.
Hey,
won't make me weak.
You tell him
nah, it won't make me slack off.
You
These
tell him to
niggas
come
baby
in
fat, so I better bear witness. I'm back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out.
Hey,
no room for emotion. So I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, and they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to something.
They don't have nothing. They don't have them.
Drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah, bro, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head. And I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing. Gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit, I be thanking. Watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart. And Alana, she's so beautiful. But they ain't like other babies. And they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about the shit I used to do in that 98 Navy. The 10 leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter. The lies are sweet. Tried everything. I guess me and YAHANNA had to meet. Now I make the blind see. And I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man. They better bring their bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time. This Glock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Shit call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. I tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me. Bitch, I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame. You bitch ain't loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me. Bitch, I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame. You bitch ain't loyal to the king.
All right, Shalom is the I.S.U.P.K. Started out at 1 West and 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the mighty Commanding General YAHANNA. This Precinct Officer YAHANNA, and this is a Monday Scripture Breakdown, man. What I want to do is open up the floor, see if there's any questions in the room before I start getting to this lesson. Probably do about half the class, see about answer some questions if there are any, and then on the second half I'll go ahead and do we have that wireless mic? I'm trying to get your mic, sis. I'm trying to get your mic, yeah. Unless you feel you can speak loud enough for the, you know what I'm saying? Because I try to, okay, no sweat. Yeah, you ain't got to be ashamed here, you know what I'm saying? Most I ain't Christ. All right, so you had a question, though?
Not
you don't have no questions? Okay, no sweat. All right, so what I want to get into is talking about the importance of counsel. You understand? Counsel is something that we all need because we tend to try to make decisions on our own, and the decision that we make on our own has led us, you know what I'm saying, to where we are now, to where, we in captivity, you understand, going through all the different curses, you understand? Even to this day, you'll be faced with a situation and you feel like, yeah, you know, I'm grown, I can handle it, I can do it, I can do this. And then you'll make the decision, and then it turned out to be the wrong decision, and it could be detrimental to, you know what I'm saying, whatever you're going through to your life. You understand? And we all have made these type of mistakes, and you know what I'm saying, some of us still do. Well, in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commanding Journey YAHANNA, we have men trained to give the proper counsel to those who need it, male or female, you understand, in the school. And it is very, very wise to take advantage of that, because it's you know what I'm saying, what I'm gonna do is bring out scriptures. For one, I'm gonna bring out the scripture, you know what I'm saying, on why we need counsel. You understand? Speaking about why we need counsel. And then I'm gonna also bring out scripture showing why it's important to get counsel from the men of the Lord versus just any regular person. Because you might say, okay, well, I trust this person. It's been my best friend for, you know, all these years. So what they tell me, I know that it's my interest. They're like, they have my best interest in their heart. Well, just that may be true. You know what I'm saying? That person may have your best interest, but that person also are in the same, y'all both in the same boat. Well, how can a person that hasn't been properly counsel you on whatever you need to be? You know what I'm saying? It's different. You know, I know, I'm gonna say about a year ago, there was this thing, you know what I'm saying, on Facebook. It was like a saying, like quotes and stuff that people are saying when they say like such and such hit different when such and such, you know what I'm saying? Well, that counsel hit different when it's from a man of the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? It just hit completely different, and it hit accurate, and it be spot on, and it be like perfect. Like, you know it's perfect, because when you get the counsel and you follow it, and then you see what decision you could have made and how it could have went versus the decision that you did make from that counsel, and you see it worked out way better for you. You understand? So what I'm gonna first bring out is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 14. And I can wait for you to get out. I could just go ahead and read it for everybody there. You understand? It's the book of Proverbs chapter 11, verse 14. It says, where no counsel is, the people fall. And what they're saying is, where there's no counsel, you understand, you don't have, you know what I mean, no counsel, nobody to tell you right and wrong, or steer you in the right direction, you know what I'm saying, give you guidance, you know, give you advice on the situation, on the matter, then the people fall, meaning you're going to keep falling and bumping your head. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to keep doing it over and over. You're going to keep touching that hot stove because you don't have nobody to tell you don't do it, even though you know it's hot, even though you know it burned. You understand? You don't have that. It's different when you have somebody that know what they're talking about, tell you, no, don't touch that because you might lose your finger. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to keep touching it because you're like, okay, it's hot, but the more and more I touch it, I'm becoming resistant to it. But you're not understanding that even though you may be becoming resistant to the pain, your finger's still going to burn off. You know what I mean? You don't understand that. So it says, where there's no counsel, the people fall. You understand what I'm saying? Then it says, but in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. This is why we say I.S.U.P.K under Commanding Journey YAHANNA is the safe haven, not a safe haven. It is the safe haven for Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand what I'm saying? We are in the midst of a multitude of counselors that are trained men. You understand what I'm saying? Like, do not do this at home. We are trained professionals. You understand that what we do, the priest and prophet of the Lord, you understand, we understand how to counsel. And even some of us that are priests and prophets of the Lord, we let the, you know what I'm saying, the higher ranking men handle that. In some instances, you know what I'm saying, like, of course, if you're dealing with your wife or whatever, then yeah, you know what I'm saying, you counsel your wife. And you also seek counsel to counsel her. You understand that's how you can never go wrong. I never, as a man, you know, with a family, you know what I'm saying, with multiple wives, I never look at a situation like, oh, I'm too prideful to ask another brother, you know what I'm saying, above me to help me when the situation with my rib. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is my rib. Yeah, I'm the one tying fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one made these babies. I'm the one did this. But guess what? I can still give bad advice. I can still not make the right decision in that instance. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? A wise man is going to make their election sure. A wise man is going to make sure he get the proper counsel from the men above him that may have went through many situations that you went through, or even counsel people through these situations. Like, these men didn't just come out of nowhere. These are men of the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? The Spirit of the Lord is on these men, and what they say, the Lord is saying. That's what you got to understand. So for you wives out there, if you got a husband that's a priest and prophet of the Lord, what he is saying to you is of the Lord. The Lord is telling you that. So if he tell you, hey, baby, you don't need to be doing this because such and such and such, well, guess what? This is beyond just, oh, this nigga get on my nerves. I don't even want to look at him. I don't want to listen to him. That's why it's important to seek counsel, even when you're mad, even when y'all arguing, even when you don't want to listen to him, you hate him, whatever the case is, it's still better to seek counsel from your husband. Guess what? If you got a husband, sis, right, and y'all getting into it, and you come to me or any brother in this school, and you say, well, what should I do with this in this situation? Guess what I'm gonna tell you? Guess what I'm gonna tell you? I'm gonna tell you to seek counsel from your husband. Even if you trying to tell me, oh, he get on my nerves, I'm mad at him, what should I do in this situation? I'm gonna tell you, you need to seek counsel from him, because you need to work that out. That's your husband, regardless. Now, there's instances where you understand, brother may not be in the school. You understand, be righteous or whatever. He not handling things properly. Well, guess what? You are in the school. So guess what? The men in the school are over you. So you would go to that camp leader, or you would go to the captain, or even the generals. You understand, and then you can seek counsel in your marriage with your husband. But for the most part, if he's in the school, especially, you're gonna, oh, shit, you need to call your husband and talk to him. Don't talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing for you. You understand? And that's not only is that brotherhood, but that's also wise, because women need to understand that they have to face the music. I don't care how mad you are. This is your husband for the rest of your life. You decide to lay with this man, that is your husband. And brothers too. Brothers too. This ain't just for women. I just gave the example first to women. Brothers, if you going through it with your rib, you need to go, talk to your rib. I don't care if you're mad at her or not. You chose to lay with that woman. You chose to be with that woman for the rest of her life and yours. So guess what? You got to deal with it. You understand what I'm saying? You better go counsel that sister and talk to her. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I hear you, brother. You know what I'm saying? As a brother, I'm going to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, brother. Hey, man, I feel you, man. But look, you need to go work that out. You know what I'm saying? Hurt your loins. You understand? That's important, you know what I'm saying, to understand. What else we had? So it says, you're in a multitude. It says, but in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. This is why we are the hedge of protection. You understand? We are the umbrella. The I.S.U.P.K is the umbrella of protection for our people, man. You understand? If you are in this school, you are protected by the Lord. You are protected. It's a safe haven. You understand what I'm saying? So that's one scripture. Let me get Matthew 19, Salakia, Proverbs 19 and 21. Because it's all over the Bible, man. 21. All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 21. It says, there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. Now, why you think it's saying? What do you know what this scripture says? Okay, so it says there are many devices in a man's heart. What do you think that means? Because so let's read the scripture in totality, and then I want you to see if you can try to answer it. And there's no wrong answer. And the reason why I'm asking is it's just like an interactive class. I want you to, it helps a person learn as well. So it says there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. What you think that is saying? Just get a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like, do you need a sword? Yeah. Make sure this is 12. Yeah, you can. No time crazy. That way you can look at it. You know what I'm saying? And if you need a sword, make sure you let somebody. Okay, I was gonna say make sure you let somebody know. We can definitely get that for you. Oh no, I mean it's 12. It's always good to have, because you know what I'm saying, this is definitely a scripture class. Like I know in church, see now, you know what I'm saying. I was gonna get on it. In church, you ain't even got to bring your Bible, because the pastor don't even pull out the scriptures really. He use 2 scriptures, that's it. And half the time you already heard it before. You know what I'm saying? You already know it. But in here, we're going to be bringing a lot of scriptures out. So you got to get used to bringing that sword with you. That sword is a very, very important thing. We must not let these swords. Look, I ain't never have, like, keep a sword is in, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep the dust off a sword so much. You know what I mean? Like, I remember when I was a Christian, the Bibles I had always had cobwebs and dust and everything else. Like, I never opened it. You know what I mean? You open it, pages be stiff as hell. You know what I'm saying? It start changing colors on you. Like, I ain't never, being in this truth, you gonna utilize that sword. So we at Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. So I'm gonna read it again for you, sis. So it says, there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. So what do you think that's saying? Okay, like pertaining to the subject, you know what I'm saying? The subject is, you want to give it a shot? To all.
I Googled devices and it said plan, scheme, or a trick. Then if you also Google the definition of counsel, it synonyms for it means advice, especially that give formally synonyms for advice, guidance, or direction. So basically it's saying there are many devices in a man's heart. Like there are many plans and goals and things in a man's heart.
Different ideas.
Right.
Right.
To do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, and the guidance and direction of the Lord,
damn right.
That's going to stand.
Right. That's exactly what that means. Is in a man's heart, you know what I'm saying? You got so many different things that you want to do with the situation, right? Like say for instance, you faced with a dilemma, right? And when it says a man's heart, this is talking about man or female, right? So there's many different devices in your heart, like meaning you got many different things that you would like to do in the situation. You could go any different directions. You really kind of confused. You really don't know which way to go, and you don't want to make the wrong decision. But most of the time, especially our sisters, I gotta say this because this is facts. Most of the time, our sisters just pick one. They like, you know what, I'm just gonna go with this, like off impulse. It's like, you know what, I'm tired of thinking. Like something in my head hurting. I'm just gonna go with this one. You know what I mean? A man would at least try to sort through and, like strategically pick out the one that he think is right. That don't mean it's right, but he'll try to take his time and say, okay, he'll narrow it down to 2 or something, you know what I mean? And then you're like, okay, I'm gonna go with this one. It could be the wrong choice. So it says there are many devices in a man's heart. And what is a heart? Talking like biblically. What is your heart? Like, is it your heart? According to the Bible, what is your heart? It's your mind. You know what I'm saying? So there's many devices in your mind, meaning there's different things, thoughts, and everything going through your head. You might make the wrong decision. But guess what? The counsel of the Lord, meaning that advice you get from that man of the Lord, that brother that's gonna come along, you know what I'm saying? That is gonna stand, meaning that's gonna be solid. You ain't gonna go wrong. You can never go wrong listening to the Most High. Never. You know what I mean? That's the problem. We always go wrong. That's why we go through what we go through, and then we want to cry out like, why am I going through this? I'm tired of this. This. I hate my life and all this, you know what I mean? But guess what? It's because you didn't listen to the Lord. You wanted to do what you thought was best. Obviously, that wasn't the right move. And like I said, depending on what move it is, it could be so detrimental, it'll have you in that state of shock. Like, you know what? Life is just so hard. I'm tired of this. Now, of course, there's the things that go on in life that, we don't necessarily have control over, because guess what? The Most High has complete control. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things that may happen to you because you may be going a certain way and you may be going off, and the Lord will make something shake. It's going to force you back this way. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you taking a trip at sea, you understand, and a strong thunderstorm come and force that boat to go a whole different way than what the hell, you know what I mean? It's going to end up somewhere on a whole nother island. And that's the way you should have went the first time, but you wanted to go to cruise. You wanted to go to, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to go to Jamaica, the Bahamas. But the Lord said, nah, you need to go take your butt on over there to such and such. You know what I'm saying? That's where you need to be. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what we be going through in life. You know what I mean? And we try to make these decisions, but it just don't be the right decisions. And we don't be having, like, the Most High is not in our lives when we making these decisions. Like, I'm in the truth. I want to select you right quick. Okay. I'm out here. Okay. Salakia. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we I forgot where I was at, Salakia. But we basically, you know what I'm saying, we that's why we go through things what we go through. You know what I'm saying? All in the nutshell, right? So let me so now, okay, again, by your, you know what I'm saying, like there are many things that can affect your thinking. Different things, like you could be thinking a certain way, then you may have somebody in your ear, best friend or whatever, or something may happen. Some people even look at, like, it's crazy, but some people like are so loony, you know what I'm saying? They'll be looking at the trees and like, oh man, the wind blew the tree that way, so I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, it's just like it get, you know what I'm saying, it get real crazy out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really be careful. You understand? Like, it's many different things that can affect your thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because you're human. The Lord ain't nothing gonna affect. He knows what's right. You understand what I'm saying? The Lord knows what He wants you to do. So that, like, the Lord's counsel is gonna always be rock solid. You understand? All right. So let me get a precept for that. Let me go to Romans 8:28. And you know, and another thing before I read this precept, you know how when you okay, so now speaking of, that's what I was talking about, the things that we can't control, right? All right, so now, like, the things that happen in your life that you can't control, let's say you are, you know, following the laws, statutes, commandments of the Lord, and then you just put through a test or something, you know what I'm saying? You go through, you know, your trial or whatever, your trial period, when you're going through trials and tribulations. That's just the Lord testing you, you know what I'm saying? To make sure you really about it, you know what I'm saying? You really about this life, this, you know what I'm saying? You really want West, right? So guess what? Have you ever heard of the term? I'm pretty sure you have, because I know this is very, like, I don't even want to say it like the Christians. It's a true term, but the Christians said, like, the Lord won't put more on you than you can bear. And then they even got the whole song, you know what I'm saying? The whole gospel song, you know, but we ain't gonna even get into that. But that is actually true. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I can say that, you know, I learned from the Christian church. That's actually a true saying. You know, the Lord, when you are a child of the Lord, you understand, the Lord is not going to put you through something that you can't get through. He's going to make sure you can get through. Look at Job. Look at, you know what I'm saying? And it's so many other prophets that went through some stuff, right? So now, you know what I'm saying? Like, things will work out for you in the end if you truly follow the Lord's God, the Lord's law, statutes, commandments. In Romans 8:28, I'm going to go ahead and get that, and I'm going to show you the precept for that. The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 28. It says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God. Now, what's loving God? How do you love God? Follow the commandment. There you go. So you learn it. That's why class is important. That's the exact answer, because that's biblical, right? You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say, if you love the Lord, you keep His commandments. You understand what I'm saying? That's exactly what the love of the Lord. It said the love of the Lord is to keep His commandments. So it says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that keep the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord, because that means you love the Lord, right? It says to them who are called according to His purpose. So you know that you are called according to His purpose if you're in the truth, because the Lord have called you there. Like, you have a purpose to serve. You're not just, you know what I'm saying, here for no reason. This ain't just happened to you out the blue. Like, things that in your life happen to you to steer you in the right direction and bring you to, in my case, it brought me to the truth. I ain't had no way to go but the truth, because it was like, I was steady, fighting it. I was steady doing my own thing. And then next thing you know, this happened, then that happened. And it was so detrimental, it just forced me to, you know what I'm saying, be here where I'm at today. And Most High in Christ, I'm so glad that, you know, that let me know that the Lord had a purpose for me. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, you're not going to get put through more than what you can bear. You understand what I'm saying? It says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. You understand? So that's what that's talking about. So now going back to, you know what I'm saying, your heart, right? Your heart is your mind. Now, I'm going to go to Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9. We got to understand, man, our mind, hey, Amadou, can you do me a favor? If you could find, at least give me the precept for double-minded man. Jeremiah, let's see, let's get Jeremiah. Jeremiah 17. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9. So now with the heart, you understand what I'm saying? The heart, we got to understand that our heart, like I know you heard the song, My Mind Playing Tricks on Me. You know what I'm saying? Like your heart is really, really like you gotta really be careful. You understand what I'm saying? We're trying to go with your heart and do like a lot of women make like a lot of us, period. But I'm gonna give an example because of course I'm a brother, so you know what I'm saying, dealing with like ribs and stuff like that, like that all that intuition crap. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm not saying in certain instances. Intuition is really like, oh, I don't really know for sure. This could be a possibility and it may or may not type of thing. It ain't really no special powers or like it ain't no magic. You understand what I'm saying? It's a thought that pop up in your head that say this could or could not be true. And it's like it's not even really 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Like the odds are really like, it's really more like 25-75 maybe, or 20-80, like, you know what I'm saying? The odds really ain't high, but it's a 20% chance that what she feel may be right. You understand what I'm saying? And that's only because a lot of women act out, they claim intuition based off of past experiences. So while that intuition may end up being right, it's only because it happened to you before in the same type of scenario. For instance, you may have an intuition that your man is cheating on you. Well, of course, because guess what? Every man has another woman that he's talking to. We already, went through this. So you get with the next man, you're gonna keep having that same so-called intuition. You're gonna, he cheated on you. You're gonna go through his phone, find out that he's talking to another woman. It's gonna happen every single time because ain't no man sitting here not talking. Even if the brother don't necessarily be having sex with the other sister, he's still gonna be talking. Like it just, it's a natural instinct. Just like you see a dog, right? And I'm not comparing men to dogs or women to dogs or nothing like that, but I'm just giving an analogy. Just like you see dogs, right? A dog will go, sneak out the house, go find him female, a male dog will go, a female too, either one, it don't even matter. They'll go out, sneak out, find their mate, and boom, they mate with them. Well, a male dog, he'll go out, he'll find a mate, boom, he'll hit her. The next thing you know, she come around pregnant, you understand? Then he'll go find another one. He'll go hit her, and now she pregnant. So you got all these, you know what I mean? Like all these different, you know what I'm saying? So it's the same type of analogy where it's a natural instinct. It ain't like that dog is just saying, oh, yeah, I'm doing this to hurt the one, you know what I'm saying, dog I got pregnant. No, it's his natural instinct. He see it, it look good, he can have it, he want it. You understand what I'm saying? If it's available, he want it. It's a natural instinct. So just for a man, it's a natural God-given right for that man to have multiple women. So with that being said, naturally a brother is going to do it. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of brothers don't do it right. A lot of brothers don't go by, you know what I'm saying? They don't really, they end up destroying the woman that they're with because they don't handle the situation properly. Again, lack of counsel, a lack of understanding on how the scriptures work too. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers don't even know the scriptures and try to do it. And then in the process, they'll end up breaking up a whole family because they want to go out and, you know what I mean? But there's ways to do it. Now, in this truth, guess what? You ain't gonna break up the family. You know why? Unless she wants to just break up the family. Because guess what? You're gonna tell her like this, look, mama. You know what I'm saying? Let me break this down for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I ain't going nowhere, but this is what I want, and this is what it's gonna be. But I'm still here. I still love you. I'm still here for you. I love my family. But hey,
You know what I'm saying? I want to add to that, and it is what it is. So now she stuck with a choice. He ain't trying to break up the home. He's still like, either you gonna love me and not worry about nothing else and be with me, or you just gonna have, you know what I'm saying, can't deal with it, you gonna leave. And most women, a lot of women don't know how to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, a lot of women that didn't think they could deal with it find out that they actually can deal with it better than that, because they know, okay, this man not trying to leave me. He's not trying to replace me. He's not trying to destroy me. He just want what he want. And look, hey, he can have it. So, I mean, who am I to deny him that? You know what I mean? So he going to do it anyway. You know what I mean? Like, at least he's honest. At least he's keeping it real. You know, he's still, it ain't like he's lacking. It ain't like he stopped doing what he was doing for me, because the scripture tells us we can't do that. In Exodus 21:10, it says, if he find him another wife, you understand, her food, her raiment, her duty of marriage, shall he not diminish? That's talking about the first one. So it ain't specifically talking about finances or food or nothing. It's just talking about basically whatever you was doing in that marriage, my nigga, before, you know what I'm saying, you done went and found you another one. Guess what? That don't change, because you still married to that first one. So understand that whatever agreements that y'all had, however y'all was doing things, y'all was splitting the bill down the middle, or she was paying it all, but you was just there to support it. You was still spending quality time. You still there for the kids. Whatever the case is, you cannot lack in that department. You still got to be there, and you still got to bless her game when she need it, when she want it. You understand what I'm saying? Now you done picked up a new wife, so now you got to bless her game too when she wants. So now you just got to learn how to be able to, you know what I'm saying, expand your services. You know what I mean? And for some brothers, I wouldn't even advise it, because some of you brothers can't even handle the first one you got. And this ain't even talking about financially, because it's sisters out here. Trust me, it's you know what I'm saying. I said this so many times. It's sisters out here with great paying jobs, got a lot of money, that just sleep next to nothing all night, every night. You understand? That just is dying for some young tenderoni. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, but nah, they dying for a piece of meat. You understand what I'm saying? And just keeping it real. They'll do whatever. They don't give it. You know what I mean? They don't give a damn. It's women out here like that. So what you got to understand is, you know, brothers, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. Take care of your responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Be there for them women. If not, it's not about a financial thing. If that's what something that y'all got, like if it's a man that if he got it like that, and he ain't, you know, held down by the hellish conditions of this earth and this world, and he's able to do it, and he chooses to do it, because it's women got to understand it's what the man want. What he say goes. You know what I'm saying? What he say goes. Even if both of y'all bringing a lot of money in, you still submit to him. He's still in rulership over you. So you still gonna have to break off that check. And guess what? He may not even touch your money to spend on himself. He gonna manage the money, but guess what? You ain't gonna just be able to go splurge. And you know, again, that's what goes back to counsel. Everything that I'm saying revolves back to counsel, because women love to go spending money off impulse. They be burning a hole in they whole cash app or whatever the hell they got. They whole bank account. They checking it every hour. Okay, I got that much. You know, I just want to go to this website and check this out. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So you saying I have to give my husband my check.
Okay.
I have to give him, like, let him see my bank account.
Put it like this: if those are his wishes. Those are his wishes. Because think about it. Okay, let me ask you this. If you, now this might, because you know how we uncutting here. You understand? We uncutting I.S.U.P.K. Do you not trust this man with your finances, but trust to open your legs to this man? What's more valuable to you?
I mean, at this point, I don't have a husband, but
right. No, I'm not. Now this ain't directed to
you know, like what I do in the future. I mean, I would. It takes time.
Of course.
You know
So
I mean?
let me ask you, okay, you have a husband. So whatever you do, you know what I'm saying, as long as you pay your tithes and, you know what I'm saying, do whatever required of you or your nation from the Lord, or whatever you choose to do for your nation, after that, hey, it's a fair game. You do what you spend your money how you want to spend your money, right? But if you was to get a husband, or if a sister has a husband, to be in rulership, you understand, to understand what submitting means, to the scripture says, a woman should submit to her husband, and he shall rule over her. To rule over somebody, meaning they're under your subjection. Meaning, if you say, okay, I want to manage that. I need passwords to all social medias. I need all that. You understand? I need to know when you're getting paid. I need you to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? Now, some brothers, this brother, you know, one brother may say that, another brother may say, I ain't really tripping on that, you know what I'm saying? But just, you know what I'm saying, you know, I may need this when you get paid. Woo, 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 shoot me that. I got to take care of some stuff for the school. I may need to do this. I may need to do that. He may give her more freedom, depending on the sister too. If this sister has proven herself to be an honorable sister to her husband, be submissive and say con out of one con and do everything that she's supposed to be doing, he may say, I don't need to manage her money because she already know what to do. I ain't got to do that. But some brothers may not feel that this sister is capable of, you know what I'm saying, handling business right. And it's not about if he want the money for himself. Now, if he do, it could be that. Now, of course, a brother, I'm going to tell you now, a man in the school, a man in the truth, he's not finna take no money and do nothing wrong with it. He's not finna, a man of the Lord is not going to take that money and not take care of the important things that need to be done. He's not going to be negligent with that money. He's going to make sure all bills are paid. Everybody in the house got what they need. Everything is, you know what I'm saying, like A1. You understand what I'm saying? Before anything even gets thought of, okay, the wants. Before the wants is even discussed, everything that's needed is going to be taken care of first. Tithes are going to be paid off the rip. You understand what I'm saying? Camp funds, all that stuff going to be taken care of first. Then, okay, what you want, baby? You want your hair done? You want your nails done? Okay, that's what, here go. You know what I'm saying? Here go 50, here go 100. You know what I mean? And guess what? That woman should be thankful for that, because instead of looking at it like, well, he's in control of everything, he is making sure that you're not doing nothing that you're going to regret with this money. What if you go say, okay, I got $500. I want to take this and go do something with it. And it ain't no important. It ain't no investment. It ain't going to bring you back no money. It's just something stupid, right? And then let's say, okay, he say, you know what I mean? All right, sweetie, because you're gonna argue with him. He don't want to be with a dragon. So he just gonna say, you know what, man, I ain't got time for this. You know what I'm saying? He might, you know, I'm out of here, man. I'm dipping. You know what I'm saying? Then you go do that, right? Now all of a sudden you driving and your check engine light come on. Now you got something wrong with your transmission. That $500 that you took and spent on some stuff that you can't get this money back, that was stupid. You should have just let that brother go ahead and manage that money, because guess what? Now, if you would have let him manage that, he would have saved it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, like a brother like me, I don't really want for much. You know what I'm saying? I pay my camp fund, I pay my tithes, I pay my camp funds, and I really don't do much. When I was in the world, of course, I used to do drugs and all of that stuff. So yeah, I would spend money on that. All my money would go towards that: cigarettes, weed. You understand what I'm saying? Alcohol, whatever. Right now, I don't do none of that. I don't even drink. So guess what? I'm in a position to where I could save a lot more when I do get it, and I'm not so quick to spend it. I play, you know, PS4, you know what I'm saying? I may buy me a video game depending on when it come out every now and then or something like that. That's what, $65 or $100 every once in a while, you know? So other than that, I'm really saving. So a brother like me, I would have put that money to the side. And guess what? That car started breaking down. Hey, man, I'm glad I put that $500 to the side, because now we can go ahead and get a transmission with that. Boom, perfect. And that's of the Lord. You get what I'm saying? That first thought, that if you ain't seek his counsel, that first thought, like, you went and bought you a damn, I don't even know what can cost $500. Women can find something that costs $500 and it don't be. I want a new sofa set. The sofa you got is perfectly fine. The living room, you know what I'm saying? The bedroom set, everything is perfectly fine. It's clean. You just got it 6 months ago. You just got it a year ago. It ain't even dirty. Nobody come over to the house anyway, because a brother like me ain't letting just anybody come over. If his brothers and sisters in school, yeah, you're a family. You know what I'm saying? A certain family. Not everybody can even. But the point is, you know what I'm saying? This sofa not even being utilized like that much. You understand what I'm saying? So it's still in pristine condition. You want to go buy a whole new one because you're tired of looking at this for a whole year. You spend $500 on that. Next thing you know, now your car need a transmission. Now what you gonna do? We both gonna be on the bus because we only got one car, and you let the transmission. You know what I mean? And that's gonna put a hindrance on that brother trying to get to work or get to camp, or you understand? That's gonna be a hindrance on you, because you might want to do something for your nation. You might want to go, you know, bring some food to the brothers at camp. Guess what? Now you're on the bus. How you gonna do that? So, you know, it's wise to seek counsel from your husband, especially if he's a priest and prophet of the Lord. Now, and look, don't rush to get a husband. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. While you're single, this is the time that you need to be taking to mess up. You know what I'm saying? But no, Salaki, still seek counsel from, because you're in the school, still seek counsel from the camp leader and the men of the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? But you don't have that much responsibility. Make sure you pay your tithes. If something extra is needed, you know what I'm saying, for camp or whatever, or for the school, if the camp leader say, hey sis, you know what I'm saying, we could use, you know, for the barbecue. Make sure you keep enough money. Make sure you always have money to where you can do that. Because the scriptures say where your heart is, that's where your treasure is also. If you say you love the Lord, your heart is in this truth, guess what? Your finances is gonna follow that. So as long as you make sure that while you're single, after that, you go, you know what I'm saying? Every time you get paid, you budget out, kind of put some of this up for the school just in case you need it. And this is what I want. And then you splurge, do what you got to do. Guess what? When you get a husband, now you're right. You like, you know, I'm prepared. Now I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what you want? What you want? You know what I'm saying? You need something? I got you. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I was ready for you. I knew you was coming, and I knew this was coming too. So I'm prepared. You know what I'm saying? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. You feel me? So hey, if you that type of female that feel like it's hard for you to just submit your finances to a man, well, while you single, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? And get used to it. But in the process, learn how to understand that, okay, this man could, like, okay, for example, I'm not telling you nothing that I'm not teaching my daughters. I got 3 daughters. So if I understand this as a man, this is how I want my wives to be. It would be blasphemous of me to not teach my daughters this. So I'm teaching my daughters, hey, look, hey, you know what I'm saying? While you still, you know what I'm saying, young, unmarried, you know, you got, you know, make sure you take care of house, take care of home, whatever, you know what I'm saying, is needed here, you know, pay your tithe, do what you got to do. But hey, you got leeway to go spend your money how you want to spend it. Now, keep in mind now, be wise with what you spend and try to save, because when you get that husband, you're going to get a husband that I'm going to pick for you, first of all. So, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, it's one body, one spirit, you know what I'm saying? So he's going to be in the same spirit as me. He may not be the same, you know what I mean? He may have a different way of how he want to go by doing things, and that's all him. I ain't going to tell him how to run his, you know, marriage with my daughter, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm going to choose him because I know, okay, this is the type of brother you need. I don't want you going out here and go getting what's his name, Malik Yoba, to turn around, you know what I'm saying? That's going to turn around and be trans attracted. You understand what I'm saying? Now, hell no. And then bring you home something. Now you calling me crying and I ain't got time for that. I'm going to get you a man of the Lord that's in this truth that most likely going to come up under me, and I'm going to raise up so I know that this brother is solid and hardcore, and he going to take care. He going to be a good protector. You understand what I'm saying? Because my daughters, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be, brothers going to have to come on with, like, these young men going to have a diary out of this world. You understand? And they're going to have to be a special type of brother. And that's what all brothers that have daughters should require. You understand? But like I said, I'm not going to teach a woman nothing that I wouldn't teach my daughters. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. And it's a special thing. It's a wonderful thing of once you learn how to submit, believe it or not, submission is power for the woman. Because y'all are taught that, oh, if you submit, it's like you ain't got no power, it's weak. But really, y'all got the power. Like, listen, there's nothing more powerful than this truth in the black woman. And not the black woman in the sense like, oh, she's more mightier than the black man. No, it's the fact that society gives y'all this power. Society, you know what I'm saying, puts y'all in position or whatever. And then in the household, if you married, I'm gonna admit it, you know what I'm saying, as a man, hey, you know, if you know how to use it right, you got power. Because, you know what I'm saying, a brother can't fall weak to some things, you know what I'm saying? You know what a brother need. If you get the, you know, coming out the shower smelling good, you know, you done threw the lingerie on, the kids sleep, so you ain't got to worry about them seeing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You want to treat, you know what I'm saying, treat me to a lap dance or something. You might persuade me to, you know what I'm saying, come on and, you know, go ahead and come up out the bank account for a little something. Yeah, I'm just saying, you might know how to persuade. You got power. I might be mad at you. You might do some things that can change my mind. But you got to do it all in femininity, all in submission. And that's how you ain't going to do it by barking. Because I can bark louder. We just going to have a barking match, and my bark is going to always out-bark yours. You see what I'm saying? So we're never going to get nowhere. We're going to wake up the kids. We're going to be arguing. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't going to get nowhere like that. But if I'm barking and you know, got it toned down and you talking all sweet to me and this and that, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to start toning down too. I can't keep barking at somebody that's talking all sweet to me, smelling good, and You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, that's facts. That's facts. Even if I'm mad, even if you've done something crazy, and I'm just getting on you, and you be like, well, I'm sorry, Salakia, sir, and I don't want, and woo woo. Guess what? I ain't got no choice. What am I gonna say? Well, yeah, you sorry, but no, I can't do that. Cause I'm like, man, she being all sweet and damn, she's smelling good. I shouldn't have got her that fourth dimension. You know what I'm saying? I knew I shouldn't have got her that fourth dimension, that pink sugar. Dang, you know what I'm saying? Got her smelling good and stuff, looking good. So that's the power that you have in submission. Use that. You are feminine. You are like, listen, y'all are like black women are so beautiful. Y'all listen. I mean, y'all don't think so, but I mean, y'all know so. But then sometimes y'all may not feel it. You know what I'm saying? But trust me, we on the other hand, y'all don't see what we see. We see it from a different angle. You know what I'm saying? What we see is a beautiful piece of mastery. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing, and I'm thankful to that the black woman is so beautiful. But the black woman is not God, and the black woman does not rule over her man. The black woman is to be in submission under her man authority, and then that's how the household will thrive. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so I know I didn't strayed off or whatever, but hey, sometimes a lot of things is necessary to be said in order to really get a big picture of everything, right? All right, so it was in Jeremiah. Yeah, I'm gonna get it just right after this. So yeah, Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9, right? It say, the heart is deceitful above all things. What does deceitful mean? Just like the word deceit, like when a person is being deceitful to you. Right, I mean, definitely, they definitely being ugly. You understand? But deceit means just to be deceptive, to lie to, you know what I'm saying, be a liar, right? It says the heart is deceitful above all things. So for brothers and sisters, be like, I'm just gonna go with my heart. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying, follow your heart. And all your heart is deceitful above all things, not some things. It's deceitful above all things. Your mind is playing tricks on you. Your mind is lying to you. Don't listen to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You talking to yourself, don't answer yourself. You just don't listen to yourself. Go get help. You understand? Get some counsel. Because you telling yourself lies, man. Because you're going to tell yourself whatever make you feel good, too. You know what I'm saying? That your heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Not just a little wicked. It's desperately wicked. You understand what I'm saying? Who can know it? Meaning, hey, it don't get no worse than that. Your mind is deceitful above all things, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn and get the proper advice. That way you can make the proper decisions. And the more and more you get counsel, the more and more you will be able to make these decisions on your own because you're becoming wise. Right now, we don't know nothing. Like, I don't know nothing. So I get counsel. Guess what? It's things where I get counsel from Captain Kahan. He be blowing my mind. I'm like, dang, Cap, I didn't even think of it like that. Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? Also, y'all just like same thing. You get counsel, man, from these brothers, he be like, man, you so right. That's exactly, hey, man, dang, I didn't even think of it like that. That's exactly how you know that? You know what I mean? Like, that's because that's the Lord. That's the Most High giving them that. Listen, the men above you work directly under the authority of the Most High. That's how we get past, that's how power get passed down. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Power, that's what God is. When it say ye are gods, that's what that means. You are power. Guess what? How do you become a god? How do you become a god? When it say, because scripture say ye are gods, right? Well, what does God mean? In the Hebrew, it just means power. When translated from the Hebrew, you understand? In the Bible, it just means power or authority, right? So how do you become a power or authority on the earth? By following after the Lord, being a priest and prophet of the Lord, following after the Lord's command. Well, guess what? He'll give you power. He'll give you authority. For example, you understand? I'm teaching this class right now. If you know what I'm saying, I'm an officer of 500. I have operational command over this classroom right now. I'm in authority over the classroom. That's nothing, like I said, you know what I'm saying? And I'm in everything that I learn and I teach, I get it from the men above me who have power over me. And this is not nothing to brag about because, you know, oh, I have power and authority. authority over brother. No, this is just to give you an example of this is how ye are gods. This is how you can be a God. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, it says the heart is deceitful above all things, man. You understand? Like you gotta stop listening to your mind. Your mind playing tricks on you. I'll give you an example, right? Let's say, you know what I'm saying, like I meet a female or something, or you meet a dude or whatever. You meet somebody meet a brother or a sister or whatever, right? They look good, you know what I'm saying, looking good, smelling good. They seem cool, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? You get to talk, like, you know what I'm saying? You get to talking to that brother, or that brother get to talking to that sister for about a week or two, or, you know what I'm saying, a couple weeks, couple months, and you start to see things. Like first, they on the initial, you know, the first conversation is gonna be like the best of that person, because it's like you want to make a good impression, right? That's for some of us. You're gonna get whatever you get on day one, you're gonna get forever, because this is who I am. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You don't like me now, you ain't gonna never like me. You know what I'm saying? I just keep it real. That's just how I operate. But most people, I mean, let's just be honest, most people don't want to show the bad on the first day. I'll give it all to you, because guess what? You're gonna appreciate that more. But you can make your decision on day one. You'll know, okay, I can't do this. It ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? On day one. But guess what? Most people give the good, not just the good, the best on day one. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna know what this person is really capable of, or what this person is really like, until you really start talking. That's why it's important. That's why we got the 6-month rule. That's why women coming in school, guess what? They're to shed themselves of the world, because that person that you meet on day one, they're gonna come in all sweet and nice and yes, I want to follow the Lord. And guess what? You know what I'm saying? 2 months to pass. Now she coming in, she on, you know what I mean? She hair wrapped different. Yeah, it's all coming out halfway. And now she got a little attitude. You try to ask a question, you all right, sis? I'm tired. Like, no, it's like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, hey, that the real side start coming out. So guess what? After about 6 months, you start to really start, that person that's after 6 months, that's the person that they're transforming into. And if they still the same, when that same attitude and all of that, that's a clear sign she needs more time. Stay away. You know what I'm saying? Stay clear away from that sister. And same thing with the brothers. It's no different, right? So and this is of course not a personal attack on anyone. I'm just painting, you know, I like to make this class interesting. You understand what I'm saying? So I like to, you know, give analogies and paint certain scenarios, you understand? But it's actually a great scenario though, because this is what it's, you know, this is what it's talking about. Your heart can be deceitful on day one. If you listen to, if that person just get in your ear and tell you all the sweet nothingness and everything, and that could be deceiving you. You're going to be like, oh yeah, this is the one for me. Man, I knew this is the one, man. I knew it. I knew the Lord was going to send me one, and woo, woo, woo. And then you get with them, and next thing you know, things that went downhill. Have you ever seen the movie Enough? You know what I'm saying? You get married, it's a wrap. You done married a whole level 5,000 demon that you do not know how to deal with. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know how to deal with it. So that's why it's always good to seek counsel, and it's always good to wait and take your time. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, you meet that brother, sister, and they be like, that sister turned out to be a whole whore. You understand? The brother turned out to be a whole wife beater. You understand? And you done got yourself in that stuff. That's your heart being deceitful. It led you down the wrong path. Now you hate every man that come along because you feel like we're all the same and stuff like. You the one did it, sis. Your heart was deceitful above all things. You understand what I'm saying? Your mind played tricks on you. Your mind lied to you. You let that happen. You understand what I'm saying? Seek counsel. That way that'll never happen. You understand? Like if you seek counsel of the Lord will reveal to you if that brother is for you. That's why, guess what? After the 6 months, even after the 6 months, if I wanted you, guess what I got to do? Salivary, obviously, y'all desire. Salam, say Lord of Christ, sir. Yeah, you know that sister that, you know, we woo. Hey, man, Salivary, sir, if I could, you know, I'm trying to put my bid in. You know what I'm saying? What's up with the sister? And guess what? If that sister ain't right for me, he gonna tell you. He gonna say, I'm just gonna put it like this. You know what I'm saying? You know, and obviously, y'all desire that. He gonna, you know, hey, that she ain't the one. That ain't gonna just, you know, she ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with the brother. You know what I'm saying? Brother ain't taking care of his business, paying his tithe, doing no work. You never see him in class. But guess what? The first time you see him in class, that sister, now she interested. That she like, oh, I want this brother. You call a camp leader. Can I court this brother? He gonna tell you that brother ain't paying his tithes. That brother I ain't seen this brother, captain to tell you straight up. If he ain't paying his tithes, he can't get no. Listen, you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. You ain't getting no sister in this school. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay your dues, right? And so now guess what? You know what I'm saying? That's counsel, and that's gonna save you. That's gonna save that sister from making a bad mistake, getting with a brother that might lead the school and be talking a whole bunch of crap, you know what I'm saying? Start talking to that black woman as God, crap, try to get you in Kemet and all other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Lead you away from the Most High. You don't want that. You want a man that's going to bring you even closer to the Most High. You understand? So with that being said, don't let your heart deceive you. Always seek counsel, because guess what? Your heart will have many devices in it, but the Lord's counsel is going to always be solid. So if you get counsel from obviously Isupk or Captain Kahan or General Hyman, you understand what I'm saying? I'm just going up the chain. You get counsel from them, you know it's always going to be solid. Because guess what? You get it from obviously Isupk, guess what he getting his counsel from? Captain Kahan, General Hyman. You going to Captain Kahan for counsel, guess what he getting his counsel from? The General Hyman. You know what I'm saying? Commander General. Like, it's all coming from the top source that is directly under the authority of the Most High in Christ. You understand, right? It can't never go wrong that way. And it's a beautiful thing, man. I'm so thankful to be in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA, knowing that our righteous leadership falls right under the leadership of the Most High in Christ. The order that's in this school is just perfect, and the advice and the counsel that's given is perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? You know that the Lord is with these brothers, man. Most High in Christ for that. So now, I'm gonna go to 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 6. I'm gonna give you an example. Like, this is a biblical example of the men that you're supposed to seek counsel from, because you're not supposed to just seek counsel from any man. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to seek counsel from an honorable man of the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? You can't just go seek counsel from Johnny because Johnny got a bachelor's degree in sociology. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no, Johnny, he may got a bachelor's degree in sociology, but he don't know nothing of the Lord. His brothers in the school that got degrees in this psychological stuff, you know what I'm saying? Counselor General Hyman, you understand? Like, he is a certified counselor, you understand what I'm saying? Like, we have certified counselors in the school. Not only are you went to school for it, but you also a man of the Lord, which can't be trumped by anything, you understand what I'm saying? And I hate to use that word, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Anything with Trump in it, I don't want nothing to do with it. But you know what I'm saying? If it's coming from the Lord, it can't be beat, period. So 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 6. Second. All right, Most High in Christ. All right, so this is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 9, verse 6. It says, and he said unto him, behold now, there is in this city a man of God. You understand right there? It's a man of God, right? So not just any ordinary person. So what we got to understand is the men that are in the I.S.U.P.K, the priests and prophets of the Lord, going up from officers up to the captains to the generals. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that back. Slide it from the generals all the way down, actually. You understand? These are men of like these aren't just ordinary men. Yeah, we all eat and drink and use the restroom the same, and we all, what I mean? We all, we got the same blood, and we all can, pass away and live and all of that the same, right? But these ain't no ordinary men. These are men, like, you got to understand the power that the Lord has bestowed upon these men to lead us. The authority that the Lord has given them. You understand what I'm saying? And the Lord is clearly with these men. Commander General YAHANNA built this school from ground up. Now look at it flourish. If the Lord was not with Commander General YAHANNA, why in the hell are we here? You get it? Like, the Lord has blessed him and gave him, he rewarded him with his due diligence and loyalty to this truth. He rewarded him with this fruitful nation. And we coming to, the Lord has, okay, for example, if I go start a city, if I go build up a city, the Lord will be, we know the Lord is with me when that city get raised up and you get a bunch of men in that city now serving the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? these camp leaders that go out and get these cities and stuff, like it's a great responsibility. It's a great thing. Like the Lord, you know what I'm saying, Most High in Christ. Like the Lord is with these brothers, man. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, it says, and he said unto him, behold, now there is in this city a man of God, and he is an honorable man. You understand? All that he said cometh surely to pass. You see what I'm saying? So this ain't just no regular man. You know what I'm saying? Everything that he done said, everything he done told him, every counsel he done given, every advice he done gave them, it surely comes to pass. Why? Because it is directly of the Lord. So that's going to let you know, because people try to say, well, why do you follow? Why you do? They try to say we worship Commander Junior Hunter. We didn't know. We follow him. He's our leader. The Lord always appoints a man to lead the nation. The Lord always gives a man the instruction to lead the people. Look at Moses. You understand what I'm saying? Look, like after Moses, you understand what I'm saying? Like like the Lord always appoints a man to lead the people. Period. No, David, you know what I'm saying? The king, our king, you understand what I'm saying? YAHANNA, our king. You know what I'm saying? Like David was a king first, and after, you know what I mean? Christ is our king now, though. That's gonna rule on the throne forever. Guess what? Christ was sent, he was a man, and he led the people. He was the greatest black man that ever walked the earth. You understand? Christ always appoints a man to lead. And that's what the Lord did with, the Most High always appoints a man to lead. And that's what the Lord did with Commander Junior Hunter. It's no different. You understand what I'm saying? So it says all that he said surely it says all that he said cometh surely to pass. Now let us go thither. Peradventure he can show us our way that we should go. You understand what I'm saying? They're seeking counsel from this brother. You understand? That's why it's important to understand that you should seek counsel from the men of the Lord, because you're not going to be led astray. You don't want to be going to the pastor. You know, the pastors will pull you into the pastor's quarters and ask you what's going on, try to counsel you. Next thing you know, your pen is coming off. You understand? Or his hand slipping up your skirt. I mean, I'm just keeping it real with you, man. I ain't telling you no lie. You understand what I'm saying? He going to be trying to counsel another man's wife, and next thing you know, he going to be in that another man's bed with that other man's wife, and he going to be really counseling her. You understand what I'm saying? Physically. Like, and that's what happens. And then, you know, that's not of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? That is not of the Lord, man. Get up out them churches, man. Stop going to the pastor with your problems. You telling the pastor all about your marital problems, guess what? He's going to be trying to find out how he can slip in there, you know what I'm saying, try to slip you away from your husband, man, which is completely against the Most High. And if you haven't noticed that everybody in the church does not follow the law, and something's wrong with you. Everybody in the church wicked. The person you sit next to, you know how they be telling you is look next to you, give him a hug. Give this person a hug. Everybody you giving a hug to, wicked as hell. Y'all wicked together. Like you smell weed from this person. This one smell like sex. Like, you know, she a whore. You know what I'm saying? She's 60 years old, just out here whoring herself. You understand? I mean, it's just, you know, it's horrible in the church, man. Damn. And then look, the organ playing while he telling everybody look and hug each other. The organ playing. He a whole flaming homosexual. I mean, the church is just everywhere you look. If you really just sat down and just kind of zoned out and just looked at everybody in the church, all the like important people, you look like, man, what the hell am I doing here? The damn piano player is a damn homosexual. The pastor is a predator. The deacon, he be molesting his niece. You understand what I'm saying? You got the ushers, they having sex with each other in the back. You understand what I'm saying? Once the church doors are open, you know, it's like, I mean, it's just a whole bunch of it's a melting pot of wickedness. This is facts. I mean, whether people want to admit it or not, you know, we're gonna tell you the truth. You ain't gotta listen to it or face the music. A lot of people like to what's the word? A lot of people like to try to, I guess, like you cover it up for sure, but they try to act like it don't exist. More so they try to cover it up. They just rather not, like they try to not face it, the reality. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people get on drugs and stuff, to try to escape reality. Reality is, man, that church is wicked as hell, and it is the breeder of all wickedness that you see to our people now. Christianity is worse than crack. A crackhead know they sick. A crackhead know they need help. They just be like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? F it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna smoke my crack. I'm gonna do what I do. A Christian, they don't know they're sick. They don't want to believe it. They don't understand it. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's horrible, man. But we're gonna drop down. It says peradventure he can shoot us our way that we should go. Drop down to verse 9. It says, before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, right? So when you wanted to talk to the Most High, guess what? It says, thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer. What is the seer? What do you think that seer is today? That's exactly what it is. A priest and prophet of the Lord. That's who you would go to. You would go to a man of the Lord, a man that's only found in the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA, because there are no real priests and prophets of the Lord outside of the I.S.U.P.K, because the Lord ain't with them. And we would know if the Lord was with these brothers, because you can tell the Lord not with these brothers, because every time you turn around, there's something going on with these brothers. You understand? Like in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA, like the Lord is with us, clearly. You understand? So if you wanted to talk to the Most High, you would go talk through a man. You would go to a man that's a seer, a prophet. It says, for he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer, right? So that's what we're dealing with. That's what you would have to do. So say, for instance, you want something that the Lord then told us, you want to go, it's basically in a nutshell, seek counsel from a man of the Lord. And that, whatever counsel you get from that man, that's of the Lord speaking that to that man to give to you. You understand? You getting it from a seer. So whatever counsel you receive from these men of the Lord, you got it from the Most High through that man. You understand, right? All right. So now, let's say you get counsel. Let's say you seek the counsel, but you was already skeptical from the beginning before you got the counsel. You was already kind of like conflicted with yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and get the counsel. I'm gonna see what they talking about, right? So now you get the counsel, but now you decide not to follow the counsel. Now you decide not to follow the advice, the instruction that was given to you. Let's see what happened to Saul when he didn't follow the counsel. I'm gonna go to 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 23. Now, this is very important, because I already told you the importance of seeking counsel. Now, this is why it's important. Let's get to the nitty-gritty on why you should follow the counsel that's given to you and don't just brush it off. Because there's consequences that follow that. And you can do it if you choose to, but don't get to crying when things get to going real messed up. You understand? Don't get to crying now. Keep that same energy you had when you decided not to listen to the counsel. Right? All right, so it says, 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 23. It says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. So for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. That's how bad being rebellious is, not listening to the counsel, doing your own thing. You understand what I'm saying? That's what that's about. So for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord. He had also rejected thee from being king. You understand? So that's what happened with King Saul, because he decided not to follow the Lord's counsel. You understand? It was of the Lord, but it was from Samuel. You understand what I'm saying? He got rejected as king because he did not follow what he was supposed to follow. He did not listen to the counsel that was given. You understand? So with that being said, we got to understand that if we are given counsel, it's important to follow that counsel. It's important to follow that instruction, or severe consequences may follow. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what we got to understand, and that's what that's what this class is about. Making sure counsel is very important. Make sure you seek that before, you understand, going off doing your own thing. It's important to do that. You can save your life by seeking counsel. Counsel saved my life, you know what I'm saying, as well as the brothers in the school, you understand? With that, I'm in the class. Make sure you pay your tithes to the men of the Lord, www.isupk.com. That's the website. Click the donation link. You got the barbecue info, the South Cookout. The South Cookout weekend is going to be October the 10th through 12th. You understand? We always got to have that information. So between October 10th and the 12th, it's gonna be the South Cookout weekend. It's gonna be a jam-packed weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? It's very important that you know what I'm saying, try to be there, man. You don't want to miss it. You understand? It's gonna be great brotherhood, good food. You understand? A hell of a time. You understand? You definitely want to make it. Be able to be there for that. We have on September 28th, we have the memorial blowing of the trumpets. That's going to be September 28th, sundown here at the school, 7701 Belford Avenue in Houston, Texas. You understand what I'm saying? So make sure you here at the school because we celebrate our high holy days. Again, that's the memorial blowing of the trumpets, September 28th. You understand? We got about 2 weeks. And we're going to be here at the school celebrating our high holy days of that. With that, I'm going to pass the class. You got the security announcements? I'm going to pass the class over to Officer Matazar for the security announcements.
All right. These are the security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3 and 8 through 10, means in the Hebrew, it means 10th in the Hebrew, Mayashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. A priest fund is a free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the memorial of blowing of the trumpets, which is September 28th. Also, if anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And that concludes the security announcement.
All right, we're going to go ahead and close out the class with a salute. You understand? All right. We're going to do one courtesy salute to the brothers. Salakia. Madim Shabbat, Majim, Rock, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua, Rakatah, Yazmatah, Sar. We're going to do one courtesy salute to the sisters. Madim Shabbat, Majim, Rock, Yahweh Shemal Atah Hashem, Yahushua. All right, Yazmatah, dismiss.